He reached across the table and took my hand. I've been thinking about this for a while, Liam said. Eyes starting between mine and the little box in his palm. My breath hitched. This was it. 3 years, all those late night talks. I could already hear Jade screaming when I called her. He opened the box, not a ring, a key, to my place. He said quickly, I want you to move in. I blinked. Oh. You don't like it? His smile faltered. No. I mean, it's great, it's just, I forced a laugh. I thought it was something else. He looked down at his plate. Not everything has to move that fast. 3 years isn't fast. He squeezed my hand again. I want this, us. I just thought this was the next step. I nodded, cheeks burning. Yeah, of course. He waved over the waiter. You still want dessert? Sure. I stared at the key, silver. Cold, not what I expected. Later, at his place. I slipped off my heels and dropped my purse on the couch. I'll grab you wine, he said. Already in the kitchen. Bathroom first. I called. His phone buzzed on the counter. The screen lit up. V. Thanks for last night. I needed that. Always yours. I froze. Liam walked back in, to glasses in hand. You okay? I held up his phone. Who's V? He didn't even flinch. Vanessa. She's someone from work, someone who's always yours. He set the glasses down. It's a joke. She's going through stuff. I've been helping her. I kept my eyes on him. You helped her last night. I didn't sleep with her. If that's what you're asking. I didn't ask. He sighed. You're overthinking again, am I? I sat on the couch. My knees felt weak. You told me you hadn't seen her since last year. She reached out. She was in a bad place. So you what? Took her out, held her hand. What does last night mean? Liam, he ran a hand through his hair. It was a drink, just one drink, and she sends you that kind of message after just a drink? You're twisting everything. No. I whispered. I'm untwisting it. He paced. Why are you ruining tonight? I didn't ruin anything. You did. It's a key, not a ring. I'm trying here. I stood. You want me to move in? While texting her things behind my back. I'm not with her. I'm with you. Then why does it feel like I'm an option? He looked at me, stunned. You're not. Don't say that. I saw the message, Liam. Don't gaslight me. I'm not gaslighting anyone. I didn't cheat. Maybe not with your body. But your heart. Your time. Your words. I felt. He rushed to my face. You gave those away already? He reached out. Don't do this. I stepped back. Do what? Ask questions. I love you. I shook my head. No. You love the idea of me. Safe, predictable. Always here. He didn't deny it. Silence stretched between us. I stared at the key still in my hand. You know what the worst part is? He looked up. I wanted to say yes tonight. I was ready. I thought. He took a step toward me. Then let's start over. Please. I placed the key on the table. You already started something else. That night, I lay on his bed, eyes wide open. He was in the other room. I could hear him walking, mumbling, maybe cursing under his breath. I stared at the ceiling, clutching my chest like it would keep the hurt from spilling out. It didn't. The next morning, I slipped out before sunrise. He didn't follow. He didn't call. He didn't need to. The silence said everything. And the key, I left it on his pillow, where the ring should have been. Why are you whispering? Jade asked through the phone. I'm in his apartment, I said. He's not here. You sure he's not in the bathroom or something? No. His car's gone. The door was unlocked. I thought he forgot to lock it again, she repeated. God, you give him way too much credit. I sighed and walked into the living room. There were 2 wine glasses on the coffee table. One had a lipstick stain, light pink, and a scarf soft, silky draped over the couch arm. Not mine. Jade, I whispered, there's stuff here. What kind of stuff? To glasses, a scarf. It's not mine. There was a pause. Then, is it hers? I don't know. I lied. But I did. It smelled like her perfume. That too sweet vanilla haze I once smelled on his hoodie. I'm coming over, Jade said. You shouldn't be alone. No. I need to be. Just stay on the phone. Of course, I walked toward the kitchen, trying not to shake. Remember last winter? I asked. He said he had to fly to Atlanta for that emergency shoot. Yeah, Jade said. You cried for 2 days 'cause he missed your birthday. I opened the fridge, take out boxes, 2 forks shoved into one. He didn't go to Atlanta. What? He posted a photo from that airport restaurant. But I recognized the wallpaper behind him. It was from that brunch place near Vanessa's gallery. You told me it was a coincidence. I wanted to believe that. My voice cracked. I really did. Jade went quiet. Then, he's been lying to you. I know. For how long? Long enough that I stopped recognizing myself. She didn't speak for a moment. Then she said, softly, you don't deserve this, you know. I thought if I was patient enough, he'd come around. He shouldn't have to come around. Love isn't supposed to make you wait in line. I sat on the arm of the couch, staring at that scarf. She left him, Jade, she dumped him. Why does he still want her? Because some men don't want love, they want the one who left first. I was always here, exactly. I stared at the wine glasses again. You think he slept with her? I think he's not worth your energy. That's not an answer. I think he's selfish. And I think if he's lying about her, he's lying about more. I leaned back. He used to look at me like I was everything. And now he looks tired when I talk about the future. That's not love, babe, that's guilt. My stomach twisted. Do you think she knows about me, Vanessa? Of course she does. She probably doesn't care. She used to post those cryptic captions that I miss what was mankind and you still stayed. Because I thought he was over her, Jade exhaled sharply. You've been justifying red flags for 3 years. Every time he canceled plans, I said it was work. Every time he didn't text back for hours, I said he was shooting. And every time you cried yourself to sleep, you blamed yourself. My throat burned. Stop. No. You need to hear this. You gave everything to a man who treated you like an option. I pressed my hand to my mouth. You loved him, Jade said, softer now. But love isn't meant to break you. A key jiggled in the door. I froze. He's back. Do you want me to stay on? No. I'll call you later. Promise. I hung up and slipped the scarf into my purse. He walked in, surprised. Hey, you're here. Yeah? Door was unlocked, oh? He scratched the back of his neck. Weird. I watched his eyes flick to the glasses. You had company. Just a friend, not a big deal. Vanessa, his jaw tightened. Why would you ask that? I stepped closer. Because her scarf's on your couch. He didn't answer. I didn't know I was sharing you, Liam. You're not. Then explain the wine, the scarf, the lies. He took a step forward. I didn't lie. You didn't tell the truth. She came over to talk. That's it. Was that before or after she thanked you for last night? She was upset. I didn't do anything. You always have an excuse. I didn't sleep with her. You don't have to. You already gave her everything else. He looked hurt. I didn't mean to. But you did. He said nothing. I walked to the door. I don't need to be your backup plan. He reached for me. Please. Just talk to me. I've done enough talking. I left the scarf on the doorknob. Let him explain that to her. The shower was running. I sat at the edge of the bed, staring at his phone buzzing on the nightstand. Just once, one peek, then I'd know. I reached for it. Hands trembling. No passcode. That hurt more than it should have. Messages loaded fast. Vanessa, I tapped. I dreamt of you again. It felt like before I left and ruined everything. I miss you. I miss us. She's sweet. But she's not you. My chest tightened. I scrolled. You're the love of my life. You always were. I'm just tired of pretending. My breath caught. Pretending. She's safe. But you're fired. Safe. I kept reading. You said if I came back, you'd drop everything. I'm back now. What are we waiting for? I heard the water turn off. I dropped the phone back on the nightstand like it burned me. He walked in, towel around his waist. You okay? I didn't answer. You look pale. He said. Are you feeling sick? I stood. You told her I was safe. He froze. What? You said I'm safe, not love, just safe. He looked at the phone. You read my messages. I didn't mean to. I shook my head. No. That's a lie. I needed to. He grabbed the phone. You shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have needed to. He paced. That was a private conversation. With the woman you love? He turned. It's complicated. No. I snapped. It's cruel. He rubbed his face. I didn't mean for you to see that. But you meant every word. Didn't you? He hesitated. That told me enough. I was your placeholder, I said. A stand-in until she came back. That's not fair. It's not. My voice cracked. You called me sweet, safe, the one who stayed. But not once did you call me love. I never wanted to hurt you. But you did. I pointed at the phone. You wrote her a love letter and handed me a key. She left me, he said. As if that excused everything. She broke me. So? You used me to put yourself back together. He looked away. It wasn't like that. Then explain it to me. Explain how you can tell her she's your fire and tell me I'm your future. I didn't think she'd come back, and when she did, he looked at me, eyes full of guilt. I didn't know what to do. You could have told me the truth. I was scared of losing me, of being alone. There it was, not love. Not regret. Fear. I stepped back. I would have rather been alone than be someone's second choice. You're not. I read it, Liam. Every word. Don't lie to me now. He swallowed hard. I thought I could love you the same. But I'm not her. He didn't answer. I gave you 3 years. I whispered. 3 years, Liam, I know. I believed in you, in us. I didn't plan this, no. You just didn't. Stop it. We stood in silence, the distance between us louder than any fight. I walked to the closet, grabbed my coat. Where are you going? Out. Can we talk later? There's nothing left to say. He reached for my arm. Please. Don't leave angry. I pulled away. I'm not angry. He looked confused. I met his eyes. I'm done. You really left? Jade's voice cracked through the phone. I'm on the train now. Where are you going? Home? Ria's place. You didn't even say goodbye to him. I stared out the window. There was nothing left to say. Ria met me at the station with a hug so tight I nearly broke. You look thinner, she murmured. I left everything behind. She took my bag. Good. Then there's room to build something better. Her house smelled like eucalyptus. And coffee. You can stay as long as you need, she said. The spare room's clean, and there's a fresh sketchbook on the desk I haven't drawn in years. I know. That's why I left it there. I sat at the edge of the bed, scrolling through my contacts. Liam, I didn't call. I didn't text, I just blocked out. No tears, no second thoughts. The next morning, Ria placed a mug in front of me. Coffee, she said. And a list of supplies if you're helping at the studio. I blinked. You want me to help? You're not going to sulk around here like a ghost. Come on, you need air and paint. I'm not an artist anymore. You're not his. Either. I looked at her. You were a whole person before him, she said. Time to remember that. The studio smelled like turpentine and old wood. My fingers itched just walking in. Take the corner, Ria said. Paint whatever you want. I don't even know what I feel. Then start with that. Later that week, Jay called. Are you okay? I'm still breathing. That doesn't sound convincing. I blocked him. Quit the job. Changed. Everything. That's not healing. That's running. No, I said. It's both at night. I wrote in silence. Not about him, about me. About the girl who stopped dancing in her kitchen. Who muted her laugh so she wouldn't scare him. Who gave up canvases for cold dinners and tired apologies. That girl was gone now. Ria peeked into my room one morning. You're up early. I couldn't sleep. Bad dreams. No. Just the thoughts. She sat on the floor beside me. Want to talk? I handed her the journal. She flipped through the pages. You wrote all this? I didn't know where else to put it. She kept reading, then said, this is raw and real. You should share it. With who? Start with yourself at the studio. I dipped my brush in orange. Ria raised a brow. Color? I smirked. I'm tired of painting in black. Jay called again. He's looking for you, she said. He messaged me. What did he say? That he misses you. That it was all a mistake. I didn't respond. You don't have to answer, Jade added. I just thought you should know. I'm not going back. I didn't think you would. But still, closure's messy. I laughed once. Closure is silence. I stood in front of my canvas at night. Bright lines, harsh shadows. A shade that almost looked like a woman unzipping her chest. Ria walked by and paused. That's powerful. It's unfinished. So, are you? Sunday morning, we sat on the porch drinking tea. Ria glanced sideways. You still thinking about him? Not as much. That's good. But sometimes I wonder, was I really that easy to replace? She leaned back. You weren't replaced. You were overlooked. That's worse. I nodded. But now, she added, you're seen, even by yourself. That night, I wrote one last thing in my journal. I didn't lose him. He lost me. And for the first time in weeks, I slept like I meant it. Did you see her latest post? Jade asked, voice sharp with curiosity. No, I said, stirring my coffee. I don't follow her. I do, for research purposes. I raised an eyebrow. Research? She posted a black and white selfie. With the caption, some people only come back to break you twice. I blinked. She's talking about him. Who else? Oh, and guess what? What? They're engaged. I froze. Already last week. Big ugly ring. Gold. Chunky. Probably blood money. I laughed under my breath. He moves fast when it's convenient, faster when it's desperate. I sipped my coffee. Good for them. That's it. I don't care, Jade. Are you lying to me or to yourself? Neither. I'm done playing that game. She lowered her voice. Do you think she knows that he was with me while texting her? I shrugged. She doesn't want to know. 2 weeks later, she called again. Emergency. What now? Twitter's on fire. Someone posted that Liam got kicked off a shoot for being late 3 days in a row. I blinked. He's never late. Guess she's a distraction. Guess. Karma's bored. Want me to send screenshots? No. You're no fun anymore. I'm peaceful. That's new for me. Later that night, Ria sat across from me at the studio. You've been quiet, she said. Just thinking. About him. No. About how silence is louder than heartbreak sometimes. She studied my face. You still care. I don't wish him pain. But I'm not saving him from it either. More rumors, more messages. Jade, they canceled their engagement party. No explanation, just gone from her stories. Jade again, she posted some mistakes were nice suits. I'm screaming. Me. Let them fall. Quietly, Saturday morning, grocery store. I was reaching for oranges when I heard a familiar voice. Oh my god, sweetheart. I turned. Liam's mom. Her arms were around me before I could blink. I didn't expect to see you here. I moved back, I said. She pulled back to look at me. You look good. Stronger. I am. Her eyes softened. He told me everything. I waited. He said he messed up. That he lost the one person who never gave up on him. I stayed. Quiet. He thought she'd fix him, she added. But broken people don't fix other broken people. I smiled. Just a little. Sometimes it takes losing the right one to see the wrong one clearly. She touched my arm. You were always the right one. I told him that. He just didn't listen. It's too late now. I know. She looked down, then back up. But I'm glad you're okay. Better than okay. She gave me one last hug. I hope you never settle again. I won't. Jay called the second I got home. You won't believe this. Try me. She unfollowed him. Deleted all their photos, even the engagement post. I leaned against the counter. Didn't take long. Do you think he's trying to come back? I don't care. You sure? I ran into his mom's Bill. She said he told her he messed up. Jade snorted. Took him long enough. She hugged me. I added. Said I look stronger. You are stronger. I didn't flinch when she said his name. Jay paused. That's healing. No, I said, that's freedom. Rhea found me painting later that night. Bold colors, she said. Something changed. Not really. You look lighter. I let something go. She nodded. Good. Now make art out of it. I already am. I saw him the second he walked in. Same slouched shoulders. Same desperate eyes. He stood near the entrance of the gallery, scanning the room like he wasn't sure he belonged. He didn't. But I didn't move. I just kept talking to the older woman in front of me, explaining the brushwork behind my favorite piece. She looks like she's splitting in half, the woman said. She is, I replied. Liam stepped closer. The woman turned, noticed him, smiled politely, and walked away. Hey, he said, voice low. I stared at him. You came. I wasn't sure if I should. You weren't invited, I know. Silence stretched between us. He looked around. This is yours, all of it. Yes, his voice softened. It's beautiful. Why are you here, Liam? He shifted his weight. I needed to see you. That's not an answer. I'm sorry, he said quickly. I didn't know what else to do. Start by telling the truth. He exhaled. She laughed. Vanessa. He nodded, too. Months ago. We were fighting all the time. She said I was never really present. That I still looked for you in her. I tilted my head. Were you? He didn't answer. I folded my arms. So, she leaves and suddenly I matter again? No, that's not God. This is hard. Good. I messed up, he said. I thought she was what I wanted. But I couldn't stop thinking about you. You weren't thinking about me when you were texting her behind my back. I know. Or when you called me safe. He winced. I didn't mean that the way it sounded. You did. You just didn't expect me to read it. I didn't deserve you. I raised an eyebrow. Now you admit it. I'm not here to rewrite the past. He said, I need you to know I regret it, all of it. I looked at the painting behind him. The woman torn in two. She looks familiar, doesn't she? I murmured. He turned to face it. Is it me? It's who I was when I was with you. He lowered his eyes. I was selfish. I thought I was being honest by not saying everything out loud. But lies of omission still count. I spent 3 years trying to be enough for you. You were more than enough, he said. I just didn't see it until I lost you. I let the words hang in the air, hollow and late. I think about you every day, he added. Every single day. You thought about me when she was in your bed. That's not fair, isn't it? He swallowed. I came here because I want to make it right. You want to go back, I said. But I've already moved forward. I don't believe that. I smiled. That's your problem. You still think you know me. I know I love you. You loved her. You chased her. She was a habit. You were home. I shook my head. You don't get to romanticize this. I want another chance. To do what? Break me again. No. He whispered, to give you what I couldn't before. You had your chance, Liam. You had yours. I wasn't ready. And I was never supposed to be your warm-up act. I thought you'd still be there. But I'm not, I said, and that's what really scares you. He looked at the painting again. You've changed. No, I said. I returned. To what? To the girl I used to be, before you dimmed her. He stepped forward. Can we talk somewhere else, just us? I don't need closure, I replied. And I definitely don't need company. I don't want to beg. Then don't. He stared at me like he didn't recognize what I'd become. Maybe he didn't. I painted through the pain, I said, wrote through the silence. Build myself without you. He blinked fast. You're angry. No. I said. I'm grateful. He frowned. For what? For breaking me because the version of me that let this happen needed to die. He stepped back like my words had weight. You once said I was safe, I continued. You were right. I was safe. But now, I'm fire. He looked away. I don't know what I expected coming here. Redemption? Maybe. Do you hate me? No, I said. But I'll never love you again. He closed his eyes. I hope you heal, I added. But I won't be your medicine. He nodded slowly. Okay? He started to leave, then stopped. She said you'd never take me back. She was, right? He turned, walked away, quieter than when he entered. I stared after him. Then I turned back to the painting. The woman on the canvas didn't look torn anymore. She looked free. We sat on the bench outside the gallery, legs angled away from each other like we both knew this wasn't going anywhere. The sky above us was pink and fading. He stared at his hands. I didn't think you'd agree to sit with me. I didn't. Do it for you. He nodded slowly. I just needed to see you one last time. I didn't vanish, I said. You just stopped looking when it mattered. He didn't argue. He looked to the sidewalk. Do you still love me? I let the question hang. Then I said, I loved who I thought you were. He flinched. That's fair. No. Fair would have been you telling me the truth instead of making me find it in your phone. I was scared, he said, scared. Of losing everything. You lost me anyway. He looked at me then, really looked. I miss your voice. You had it every day and still didn't listen. I thought you'd always be there. I didn't respond. I wasn't ready for someone real. He added, you loved me too well. That's not a flaw, no. It's not, he swallowed. But I didn't deserve it. You didn't. I want to say I'm sorry again, he said. I've heard it. Do you believe me? I believe you're sorry you lost me, I said. Not sorry for what you did. Silence. He leaned forward. I see you now. Everything I overlooked. It's too late, I know. His voice cracked, but you were never a backup plan. I turned to him. Then why did it feel like I was waiting my turn the entire time? I was broken. Then you should have healed before letting me love you. He ran a hand through his hair. You're not angry anymore. No. I'm tired. He looked surprised. Of what? Of being sad, of carrying someone who never held me back. He blinked hard. Do you think, maybe one day? I shook my head. There's no door left open, not even a window. Liam, I said gently, I forgave you. But I will never go back. His shoulders slumped like the truth finally landed. He stood up. I'm sorry it took losing you to see you. I didn't answer. He took a few steps, then turned. Will I always be the man who hurt you? No. I said. You'll just be the one I outgrew. He stared at me for a second longer, then nodded and walked away. I didn't watch him go. I texted Jade as I stood at the gallery door. It's done. She replied fast. Proud of you. The studio was empty, quiet. I turned on one dim light above the easel. The canvas was still blank. I picked up the brush and dipped it in yellow, then red, then a bold slash of deep teal. The colors bled together like a storm breaking open. My hand didn't hesitate. I painted like the words had already been spoken. An hour later, Rhea walked in, barefoot and silent. You okay? Free? I said. She looked at the canvas. This one feels different. It is. She studied the piece. Name it. I stepped back and stared at the gallery wall, the one where the older paintings used to hang. The one that used to say transitions. I grabbed the chalk. I was a backup plan, I wrote. Rhea smiled. That's power. It's truth. You sure you want to name it that? I need to. She nodded, then let it hang. The gallery lights hummed overhead as I stepped back from the canvas. Final show. Final frame. I didn't cry. Not tonight. Not anymore. My phone buzzed on the table behind me. Unknown number. I stared at it for a second. Then the text popped up. This is Vanessa. I know I don't deserve a reply. I just need to say something. I sat down slowly. I thought you were the weak one, quiet, soft, easy to ignore. But I see now you were stronger than both of us. You walked away before he destroyed you. I stayed. I thought I'd won. My throat tightened. I kept reading. I didn't win anything. He made me doubt myself every day. The same way he did to you. Didn't he? I'm sorry, not for being with him, but for treating you like you didn't matter. You mattered more than I ever let myself admit. I stared at the last line. You were never the backup. You were the one who got out. Jade's voice broke the silence. You okay? I turned as she walked toward me, holding 2 cups of coffee. Just got a message, I said. From who? I held up my phone. Vanessa. Her eyes widened. What did she say? She apologized. Jade blinked. Really? Said I was stronger than both of them. Wow. Also said I walked away before he could ruin me. Smart girl. I'm not replying, I said. Good, there's nothing left to say. Nope, Jade nodded. You already said everything with that wall. The gallery started to fill. Strangers, friends, a few familiar faces I'd once cried in front of. Rhea stood by the entrance, welcoming everyone like it was her own home. She waved me over. Hey, you ready? As I'll ever be. Your name's on that wall now, she said, squeezing my hand. This is your story. No edits, no apologies. Feels weird, she smiled. Feels earned. A man in a blazer stared at one of the large canvases. That one's intense, he said. The colors, they kind of hurt in a good way. I stepped beside him. It was painted on a night I couldn't sleep. He turned to me. It feels like letting go. That's exactly what it was. Rhea brought me a glass of champagne. To you, she said. I clinked it softly. To me, to surviving heartbreak and turning it into power. To not letting it rob me. To choosing yourself. Finally, Jade nudged me. You know he saw the show flyer, right? I sighed. I figured. He asked if I thought he should come. What did you say? That if he showed up, you'd paint his guilt in full view of everyone here. I laughed. Sounds like you. I meant it. Later, while people milled around the gallery, I walked to the end wall, the one I renamed. A woman stood there, staring up at the white letters painted clean and sharp above the final row of canvases. I was the backup plan. She turned when she noticed me. That's the title. I nodded. It is. She looked at the paintings again. God, that's heartbreak on fire. I smiled gently. That's healing. Did you forgive him? Yes, I said. But I didn't take him back. She tilted her head. Why not? Because forgiveness isn't permission to hurt me twice. Rhea walked up and looped her arm around mine. She said it. She told the woman. But she lived it too. The woman gave me a warm smile. You turned pain into a masterpiece. It's the only thing I had left after the crowd thinned. I stood at the middle of the room alone. My paintings watched me like witnesses. My past didn't whisper anymore. It hung, boldly. Unapologetic ally. Jay came up behind me. You don't look sad, she said. I'm not. She looked around. You made something beautiful out of being abandoned. I made something real. You're not angry anymore? No, I said. I'm finally full. Of what? Me? She smiled. I knew you'd get here. I didn't. But you did. That night, I sat in the studio with the lights off. Only a desk lamp glowing above my sketchpad. I didn't think about Liam. I didn't think about Vanessa. I thought about the girl who used to wait for a proposal. Who used to check his phone when he wasn't looking. Who used to shrink herself just to be loved. She wasn't here anymore. And I didn't miss her.